techies. Today I'm out at Phomolong Secondary School in Tembisa, where the power of the sun is literally in the hands of its learners. Solar power has had a huge impact on the school and it's increasing matric pass rate. Let's get powered up, yo! I'm about to meet Mr. Matle, who is the ICT coordinator and HOD of Phomolong Secondary. I'm sure that as one of the big bosses around here, she'll be able to indulge us in quite a bit about how solar energy has changed the day-to-day runnings of the school. You come as if you were called, Mr. Matle. How are you?
I'm fine, and how are you?
I'm very well, and all the better for being at your awesome school.
You are welcome, ma'am.
You're going to take me on a tour, right?
Exactly, we can start.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What are some of your personal favorites about the setup?
My personal favorite, number one, it is assisting us, the solar power internet school, with our matriculants. They are able to come and apply online for tertiary for the following year. And again, our learners are able to come and make some research, do assignments here, and get more information, since some of them don't have money to go to the internet cafe, but then we do have one at our disposal.
So, I see over here that there's a mouthful that awaits us. The Solar Powered Internet School.
Yes.
Brought to you by Samsung.
Yes.
So, how exactly does this unit enable students to be more interactive, and what exactly does it entail?
It assists them to be interactive because, number one, of the interactive board that they have inside. As the teacher is teaching, they can stop and highlight or emphasize some of the facts and maybe underline and do whatever. And what is happening there, they're able to see it. And again, the teacher is able to see if the learners are doing the activity that they've given them, meaning that if they are not doing what they are told to do, then the teacher will be able to pick to say, learner B, you are not doing what you're supposed to do.
So what you're saying is it's a fully digital chalkboard, no more chalk, no more dustboards?
Once they are here, no more chalkboards, no more dust and everything.
Mr. Matle, I see that there's not just one, but actually two parts to this unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to tell me how it actually functions?
Okay, let me go and explain it to you. The second unit that we've got, that is the generator, which assists us in case maybe we've got the load shedding or we don't have electricity.
Yes.
Yes, because in classes, remember, we don't need electricity, we can just continue, but then they are using computers and the machines and everything. So this generator is there to assist the whole admin block, including the principals and the deputies officers, so that they can continue with their work.
Thank you so much. I'm going to dismiss you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm going to go and crash a class or two now.
You can go, ma'am.
Thank you. Well, no doubt, I am really intrigued and I want to know exactly how all of this comes together. So I think the only way is to crash a lesson.
This is an interactive whiteboard. You are able to save whatever that you are doing on this board. It saves time, and again, with this board again, just
Okay, whoa. I am really going to disturb this class. Okay. I need to give this a bash, because the proof is always in the pudding, right, Lifu?
Okay.
Okay,
just
cool.
Give it try.
So students, I have a personal message for you. I am going to steal your technology teacher for an interview. See you later. Bye. Lifu, are you kidding me? An interactive whiteboard? Take me back to school, please.
Okay, if you wanna come, you can just come and register, provided that you are 17 years old.
I'll think about that one. Now, this is an amazing setup, but how do the learners actually get to making use of it from day to day?
Some of the learners are coming from disadvantaged backgrounds, of which the parents cannot afford the laptops, but since they are here, I took some of them for basic computer skills, whereby they were getting to use the keyboard and the mouse so that they are actually at par with other learners.
Well, it seems like at Phomolong Secondary, the future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. We've seen the solar panels in action at Phomolong School in Tembisa, but now we're at Samsung HQ to see exactly how and why they're getting behind this project. I'm with Ntutuli Tsenya, who is the head of public affairs for Samsung Electronics Africa. Now, we've just been to the school in Tembisa to see exactly how this amazing solar-powered village works. Where did the idea actually come from?
Well, one, abundance of sunshine in Africa, so solar power is going to work very well. Two, there's no resources, technology resources, especially in rural areas, and we wanted to bring that into rural areas.
I have to say, you've done something right with this, because I was blown away by the fact that you have a digital chalkboard these days.
Absolutely.
That would make me go back to school tomorrow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But that was just really one component. And being in your showroom now, I can actually see that there's so much more to how this all works. I mean, not only is it a solar-powered internet school, but you've got like healthcare, and you've got all other facilities that operate on this technology. How exactly does it all work?
Absolutely. So, for example, if you look at the digital village model that we've got here, I mean, like you said, we've got the solar-powered internet school, which caters for the education component, which is very critical on the continent. We've got the medical facilities as well for, your basic dental, ear, eye, your eyes, and then also for mother and child, because these are, medical requirements that you've got largely in the rural areas. You then have got the solar power generator, which obviously supplies additional power to make sure that you've got sufficient power to power all the devices. So if you look at this, all the devices here are actually being powered through the solar energy. And so you've got the specialized batteries within all of the facilities that will then pull the energy from the solar panels and then will power all the devices that are here, be them laptops, what we call note PCs, be them tablets, be them X-ray machines that you've got in the medical facilities, or the video conferencing facilities that we've got within the solar powered telemedical centers. So really pulling all of this to make sure that it works effectively to impact education as well as health, which are the major challenges in most of our communities today.
And interesting enough, like you said, your generator is also a very important part of making the whole process work. And as we've seen at Phomolong School, yes, it actually powers up other parts of the school as well, the admin building and so forth. How do you think that actually affects the cost and decreases the bill for the school at the end of the day?
The bill for the school has always been around 16,000 Rand. And since the introduction of the solar power generator, they've now cut the bill by up to 50%.
Wow.
They're now paying about 8,500 to 9,000 every month.
With all the changes that you've earmarked just from Phomolong alone, where else have you rolled out?
So in South Africa, already we've got about 12 sites like Phomolong in South Africa alone. But we've been rolling this solution out in sub-Saharan Africa in over 15 countries. Southern Africa, East Africa, West Africa, because we've got the same challenges. The need for power, the need for this kind of energy and solutions, is throughout sub-Saharan Africa. So it's been a huge rollout for us.
What else do you have to say about the future of solar power?
I believe that, the challenge is very big for Africa. If we've got only 25% of the communities in Africa with access to, national grid power, until that challenge is resolved, it means there is a huge future, for these solutions. But the other beauty as well is that, the world is moving more towards green technologies, and solar is part of that green technology, compared to, burning, fuels and so on and so forth, coals and so on, right? So I think there's a very bright future, if you want, for the solar, exactly, for the solar energy or solar powered solutions. If you look also today in the consumer space as well, you now have got solar radios, solar lanterns, solar this and solar that. I think, it's becoming just a big thing. And so we have taken that to make sure that we bring public sector solutions, especially in education, health and government service delivery. So I believe very strongly that there is a very bright future, as I said, for solar energy. We will continue to need that.
Technology is fast becoming smarter and more affordable daily. Where will it all end? Well, the mind boggles. We're on the edge of the big tech bang, and this is The Edge, bringing you what's to come before it actually hits. So till next week, same time, same place, stay linked.